Hi, I'm Bob Vila. So about 2 weeks ago now, the MPPT controller of the 12kPV actually went out. 2 of the 4 strings are actually burned out. I'm not sure what happened here. I'm not sure. I can't put my finger on it. I don't think there's anything faulty with the installation at all. I'm probably gonna chalk it up to using cheap wires. That's probably my biggest downfall of my system. Is when I first started out, I didn't really realize how important UL listed and just overall having that certification on all of your components really was. So like a lot of first-time DIYers, I'll hold myself accountable here. I bought a lot of things on Amazon. For what it's worth, I'm sure a lot of people who watch my videos have bought a lot of things on Amazon. So with that being said, after a lot of talking to the Solar DIY forum, ChatGPT, a lot of back and forth, I've decided to no longer use Amazon parts. So anything that I use from here on out is either going to be Signature Solar, CES, City Electrical Supply, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ideal, some brand that has a UL listing, a rating, a spec sheet, some type of download brochure of exactly what I am putting on this system. That is the commitment that I've made to myself, because it's a lot of money going back and forth to constantly keep buying these components because they're either burning out or they're just failing overall. If you've seen any of my shorts, I've shown you multiple times where the MC4 component that was outside, I had it outside of PVC at the time, but it's burned out multiple times. I had to come to the realization that it's more than likely the components that I was using. So going forward, we won't be doing any of that. So the good news is Signature Solar was absolutely amazing. I can't say enough. I made one phone call, didn't have to escalate to a supervisor, wasn't given like a rigmarole or anything. I made one phone call to technical support. I talked to a solar specialist, somebody who was certified in PV installation. Shout out to her. I don't remember her name. I'll put in this video if I'll pull up the email. But she was outstanding. She asked a couple questions. She had me send her some of the wiring diagram, the way I had it wired in the inverter. Show her that everything was grounded, everything was crimped correctly, everything was had ferrule connectors on the PV lines, everything was set up right. She took those videos with those pictures and sent a request over to EG4's RMA claims team, and they completely did the rest. Within a week, I had another, and it's sitting over there right now. I have another 12kPV that's either brand new or refurbished according to the email that they sent out. So I'm about to take this one off the wall and put this one on the wall. Now, with that being said, I still have a lot of things that I have to do going forward. I'm not gonna commission this until I'm able to actually get components that are UL listed and trusted. That was my mistake, and I've kind of learned from that over the past few weeks. And I had a video that was coming up for you guys. I was kind of trying to save it. I was trying to make all the necessary preparations, wait a month that I've had my system going, and this happened. It happened on the day where I was going to get more panels. I was going to get 14 more panels that I'm adding a third array outside, and it was just, it was actually divine timing. I'm not sure if you guys are spiritual or not. You believe what you believe, and that's totally fine. If you believe, you do. If you don't, you don't. I love you anyway. But it was divine timing because I was on the way back home with 14 more panels. And think about it, I already was at about 6,000 watts at full strength when getting sun. If I would have added another 6,000 watts bifacial panels to that mix, it could have caught my inverter on fire. So I thank God. I thank God for taking it out when he did. I thank God for taking out the MPPT controller when he did, because that's a recipe for disaster, guys. It's not anything to play with or shy away from, because the electrical system is very dangerous. As you guys know, I've been shocked by PV lines that weren't disconnected in time, and that's not a fun feeling. What I was working on was, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it on the screen now, but I had an $89 electric bill, guys. I just recently had put my AC unit on this system to just running a line from my sub panel over to the main panel, and it saved me so much money last month. And I'll put the bill up on the screen here. I had an $89 month. I was on the way to a $70 month. And if you know anything about electrical prices here in Tennessee, they just keep going up and up and up. Usually I can show you my last bill was probably in the range of $225 last year. In the same month of May, it was about $225. So to get an $89 bill just because you're using solar, offsetting the things that you're already doing, that was phenomenal. And I was only looking forward to the future. And then we had this setback. So just gonna kind of take my time and make things right. Make sure everything is grounded, make sure everything is bonded, making sure we're using all UL-listed components. I ripped out all of the UV lines that I have so far, all of the Amazon bought lines that I have. I've ordered all new UL-listed lines, PV lines from CES. I did order some from Signature Solar, but I got a better deal at City Electrical Supply. And they're just as good. So we're gonna go with those. And one other thing I did notice too is that I had 12 gauge wire mixed with 10 gauge wire, and it was just, I had a lot of hodgepodge things that I had just kind of put together that I probably shouldn't have. So we're gonna get this off the wall. We're gonna get this off the wall. We'll put the replacement up, and yeah, just stay tuned for the rest of the next episodes, and hopefully we get this back up and running here in the next week or so.